Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Brian here again. I just want to quickly talk about just looking back at every episode I did of It's Been a While. When I was thinking of this show, I really did want something of like a one-on-one slash, I haven't seen you in a long time, let's just catch up and talk about random shit. And honestly, this was honestly my favorite show to record. Not only because the editing is easy, but it actually did give me a chance to reconnect with so many old friends that I haven't seen in a long time. And you guys know that most of these guys live in different countries, and they were only here in California for like a short while, so being able to talk to them one-on-one again, it felt nice. It felt really great to hear them again. And, also, it's also very interesting that, based on the stuff we talk about, we learn new things from each other. Like, I learned things from, like, their background on culture. They also learn things from my culture as well, here in America at least. And, yeah, it's just so interesting. And, it's so funny, too, because I was really saving the Amir episode. Because, like I said, he was my professor, and big props to Amir, because he was the professor that actually approved to use Apartment 308 as like a graduation project. I was like, no way. And yeah, big respect to him for actually coming onto the show and talking about his experiences with being a college professor. If you guys want to go see that episode, along with any other episodes you've seen in the past, there will be a playlist link down below. But yeah, like I said in the other videos, I'm planning to expand on Apartment 308. There's a new show coming soon after I make these ones. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the best of It's Been a While episodes. See you later. Hello everyone, welcome to Apartment 308 YouTube channel. How are you guys doing? And this is a podcast called It's Been a While, where I grab a friend that I haven't seen in a long time, and we just chat one-on-one with each other, and we learn stuff and catch up with each other. Today, I have a friend here named Miyu. Say hi, Miyu.
Hi, hello.
I know, like, in most universities, you guys do, like, a big, like, project for graduation.
Oh yeah, but my university don't have big project.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's depend on university.
Oh, so for your university in Japan, like, so what do you guys do instead?
Oh, we don't have not anything.
So you guys just take class and that's it?
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Wow, I wish it were that easy for me.
Yeah. How about US?
In US, we have this thing called capstone. Yeah.
Do you want to work in Japan?
I've thought about it before.
Oh, nice.
It's either I want to work in Japan or I want to work in Korea.
Oh, Korea? That's nice.
But people have told me stay away from Korea work life. And as I watched anime, me and my friends, we were all like, man, Japan must be great to visit. It's too bad we can't speak the language.
Yeah, that's good.
It's kind of funny. Most American students, when they say they want to go to Japan, their number one reason is usually because they watched anime.
Anime, yeah.
we were practicing one time, and I said something like, atsu sugiru, and he said, no, you're saying it wrong. It's zu. Say atsu sugiru. I'm like, gomen. Real quick, Miyu, just by me speaking in Japanese, do I sound like I'm native? Everyone says that about me.
Should I speak Japanese now?
I haven't practiced in a while.
Okay, we can talk in Japanese from now.
What? なんだよ。
今日は何した？
Nani?
何今日は今日は何をしましたか？
I don't know how to say recording a podcast in Japanese.
Like I asked you, like, what did you do today?
Oh my. She asked all of us to say a word as an example. So, I sense in something like hanashimasu, and then someone else is like tabimasu, and another person's like, nomimasu. And then this one guy in our class, he straight up says, goro goro shimasu.
It sounds like onomatopoeia. It's like that.
For anyone that wants to know what goro goro shimasu means,
Yeah. It's like lazy. Like for example, like mansion. Mansion.
manshon?
Yeah, mansion. Mansion in English is like big house, right? It's
Yeah.
luxury. But in Japanese, mansion meaning it's like just apartment.
I thought in Japanese apartment is like apato or something like that, right?
Yeah, apartment. But we often say mansion. But
Manshon.
yeah, but mansion meaning is just like apartment.
Oh.
Funny because I told my friends, like he from like United States.
Mhm.
Oh, I live in mansion. Like he was like, what? It's a big house. Like I just want to say like just apartment, but he was very surprised because he thought mansion is big house. So like
I would have been like, I wish I lived in a mansion.
yeah.
Do you guys have a phrase for like when you're done eating your meal?
ごちそうさまでした。
Yeah? Can you repeat that? ごめん。
ごちそうさまでした。
ごちも?
ごちそう
Oh, ごちそ
さま。
たま
さ。
たさ
Sorry, I will repeat again. Sorry. Okay. ごちそうさま。
ごちそうさま。
そうです。そう。Good.
So next time I finish a bento, I would say ごちそうさま。
It's like ごちそうさま。
Ah, arigato. So when I said yes to him, I'm like, yo, let's meet up at Starbucks or something. So yeah, I met him up there, and that's when I saw like you and your roommate, and I was like, where's the other dudes? Is it literally just gonna be me, him, and these girls right here?
You don't expect to have girls. You just expect to have boys. Like
No, because the group we had was like 2 guys to 3 girls, and no, in my head I'm like, oh, we're gonna go party with these girls. I felt nervous.
well, actually, this is the very first time I have heard of your perspective on how we became friends. So
Okay.
like since we've been friends for a while, so can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So in your opinion, what defines a good friendship?
Wow, Amy, I'm supposed to be the host here. I had that question up.
I think we can like question for each other. Yeah. It's like you don't try to overdo yourself. Like I mean, like you don't try to overdo your friends. Like you don't put your ego first.
Ooh. I don't know if the audio can hear it, but I'm giving you snaps right now. That's what's up. Don't put your ego first when it comes to
in
friendships,
friendship,
guy.
I believe.
I heard this in another like show where this guy said, you can have like tens or even hundreds of friends, but there's gonna be about 5 of those who are gonna be the close ones, the real people. And yeah, after being at this college for so long, yeah, I selected the good, my I would not top 5, but like the 5 people I 100% trust. Yeah. And I mean, of course, you're one of them, Amy, because you're my best
Mm.
friend.
Oh, thank
But
you, Brian. You are my best friend too.
yay. Oh, and
Why? What? Yay! It's like yay! It's like yay!
okay, I'll cut that out. I'll be like, yeah.
Okay.
People who tuning in, please do not call me a simp for this, please. I mean, that's how I grew up because yeah, majority of my friends back when I was like a kid, yeah, they were mostly like girls. So it's kind of the reason why I get along with like a lot more females, but I could still get along with with some dudes. Like,
Brian, wow. I have never thought about the word simp before you said it.
do you even know what that means, Amy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit.
I think like America really like significantly changed me,
Oh yeah.
and it's on thanks to our groups of friends. You guys make me feel like younger.
Make me feel oh wait, I can't sing that. That's copyright.
No.
No, Amy, you're gonna get me a strike.
I want to pretend that I'm good at Japanese as well, but I don't know anything.
You only know hajimemashite and damare.
はじめまして、頑張って、こんにちは、こんばんは、かわいい、コーヒー、
Kohi.
キットカット。
Wait, I think I know. Remember that one like video? There's
The
like that.
song, the
Yeah.
song.
We can't sing it due to copyright reasons, Amy. One of my fondest memories of you and our group back in freshman year was we celebrated your roommate's birthday at the ramen shop. Yeah, and then it was like late at night. All of us were just hanging out. We were just we're just having fun as friends because
Oh, I'm so happy.
yeah, and like the thing was, I was emotional that night because yeah, it was April. We end school at May, and like wait, this is probably gonna be like the last time. This is probably like make the moment last.
Because there are some people who speak English, native English speaker, and actually took the test for try, but they said it's how can I say it's nonsense because it's too they are how can I say, it's too difficult and not not for practical use. It's just for making students crazy.
I mean, that's for every school.
Yeah, I found it very difficult because as I said you before, we're not very get used to speaking English. So just speaking English is how can I say in Korea most people just read English, so speaking is not my cup of tea. I don't know what I'm saying wrong, but
No, but I understand. Like,
you were in Korea and you came here to study abroad or to work. What would you do? What would you do?
for me, like if I were to study abroad or to work in Korea,
Yeah, what
Yeah.
would you do?
I've thought about that before, actually.
Oh, really? I wanna listen to that.
So yeah, I actually work at a Korean company for the internship. And I
Yeah.
thought about it before. I'm like, what if I get a job offer all the way in Korea after COVID ends?
Mm.
And I thought about it some more. I'm like, I cannot speak Hangul for my life.
Hangul? Oh, Hangul? Korean.
I can't speak or read Korean for my life.
for foreign people, and for us, we think it's much better to enjoy. So we wanted to recommend to you guys, but there, there are some. My English.
It's okay, take your time, Jiwon.
You know what? After came to Korea, my English getting sucked. So
It's okay, Jiwon. Just take your time trying to articulate what you're trying to say.
I just want everybody uh do not I just not to misunderstand what I was gonna say, what I said. Just
Mhm. I remember too, with that same Korean guy, I kept calling him like Hyung, right?
you
And
know
then, same thing with the girls. I kept calling them like Unis, right?
only, yeah, no, but Brian, only is just it's okay. How can I say? It's for calling older sister, but girls, between girls.
Oh, I did not know that. Oops. Uh-oh.
Right,
Oops.
on
I did not know that. See, the more you know, guys.
but you can say Luna. It's older sister, but from boy to girl. From boy to
Okay, yeah, I did not know that. I am sorry for calling anyone Uni when they were here.
to tell people, and you are too old to do this like that.
Oh.
Yeah, but in US, nobody, even we are, even when we met first, they don't, they don't ask me about my age, and we just get to know, that we just get to know each other about our ages because we are getting close, and it's natural thing. But yeah, I really like that they don't judge me by my age.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Well, actually in America, if you're not 21 yet, then
Yeah. Right.
I actually remember Jiwon, one of our friends that used to come here to the school, when they first
Mm-hmm.
met me, I
Mm-hmm.
remember it was me and one other person.
Mm-hmm.
They this dude asked this girl saying, "Hey, how old do you think my friend Brian is?" And this girl looks at me for like a solid second,
Mm-hmm.
and she said I looked 25. I was 19 at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So, what was your first reaction to that?
I was like, hold up, hold on, hold on. How does this face look 25? Are you kidding me? I look like I'm 16 again.
Oh my god!
All right, let's get into it. Oh yeah, since we are going to be talking about music today, I am not putting the tracks on the episode because I don't want to get copyright strike. Well, I mean, I'm not getting money from this anyway, unless I get a sponsor. McDonald's, I'm looking at you. Yeah, Rina, I swear, like almost every episode we talk about McDonald's.
Oh, you've already talked about it?
Well, it's like it's always brought up, but let's focus on the main topic, music.
But I really like so the members of BTS and members of Blackpink. So yeah,
Who's
kinda.
your
I know things or two like about BTS and Blackpink.
Who's your favorite member from BTS and Blackpink?
Okay, okay. Um, should I pick only one or
I
a few?
mean, if you have a favorite idol from those groups, you can go ahead and say it.
Okay, so from BTS, my favorite idol is Suga, so Min Yoongi,
Hey.
and Jimin Chang,
Oh,
Jimin
Jimin.
Chi. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah, what about from Blackpink?
Blackpink, Lisa.
Oh, that's my favorite too.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Lisa.
she's so cool. Sorry, by the way, I also like K-Rock.
K-Rock?
Yeah, have you ever listened to K-Rock?
Are we talking about like day 6 or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I was the
Yes.
one that suggested you day 6 though. I
Seriously?
rem-
Oh my god. I don't recall.
I remember
Oh my
like
god.
what was it? One of the times we hung out, I showed you day 6 and you loved it because you love rock. So I thought why not show you a Korean band that does rock?
Seriously? Oh my
I'm
god.
pretty
So
sure.
when I
I'm pretty
stayed in
sure
America.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened, Rina. Yeah.
Also, there is a band called Linkin Park. You also like it, right?
Linkin Park. Yeah. Just saying,
Yeah.
Rina, when I first started talking to you and we talked about like rock music, when you told me you liked Linkin Park, I was actually so surprised. I was like,
That much?
yeah, I was like, cause not that many like Japanese students I know back then like listened to rock. But then I met you, and I'm
Ah.
like, whoa, you and I have similar taste in music. I kind of listen to, but not as often as our Radwimps and also Bump
Ah.
of Chicken.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you know that?
Yeah,
Bunker?
I got introduced. I got introduced to Bump of Chicken from another friend, actually.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
yeah, and she's like a huge fan of the band.
Ah, okay. Maybe I want to be a friend with your friend. So, for example, so let's say when I feel feel like to being free, mostly I listen to like rock music. But it's not just rock music, kinda rock music with I don't know how to say like shouting voices.
Like screamo. I was gonna say screamo.
Don't know. And or just ballad.
Blood. Is that what I just heard?
Don't know how
Did you
to
just?
pronounce it.
It's
No,
okay.
just ballado in Japanese.
Balado. I thought. Yeah. I thought.
B-A-L-A. What is that?
Yeah. I thought for a second you said blood. I'm like, what?
But yeah, B-A-L-L-A-D.
B A
Don't know pronounce.
L L. Oh, ballad.
Ballad. Ah, okay. Now,
Not blood.
okay, I'm learning English. Oh my gosh. How can I listen to blood? Like blood flowing.
What was your earliest anime that you watched? Do you remember?
I remember Naruto because it's every day
Oh, no,
on TV.
old school Naruto, man.
Yeah, the episode keep repeating. When they don't have any new episode, they replayed from the very first episode.
Wait. Question. All right, who's best girl in Naruto? Just real quick.
I don't know. I used to like Hinata, but now that I think about it, no.
Whoa.
So during high school, my drawings got more backgrounds into it, and yeah, that continued to college. That's why I take art major. Yeah,
So we're gonna assume that like most of your drawings were drawn on like sketchbooks and paper, right?
yeah, I draw during classes. I don't listen to teachers. Yeah, I
That's
think that's one of the reasons because I don't want to listen to the teachers. I got to do other stuff that seems like
taking a note, but actually no.
That's literally everyone in like
Yeah, my
high school.
textbook.
Yeah, it's a small Wacom, and I remember as soon as I posted it on Snapchat, I'm like, guys, I'm finally a designer now. I actually have one of these.
So you got your first pen tablet last year? Oh,
Yep.
this year?
Yeah, last year technically.
Oh, last year. Oh, it's recently.
Yeah. But then next thing you know, all of my like designer friends text me. It's like, oh my god, congratulations!
Yeah, congrats. Finally, you got pen tablet. How much was it? Do you remember?
I think I bought this off of Amazon. I think there was a good deal for I think $60.
Oh, it's cheap for
Yeah.
a small one.
But this is like the very basic Wacom tablet that you can get.
Congrats! And you can draw.
Thanks, Fiona.
Back then, I don't have a mouse. I just use my laptop and trackpad.
Oh, the trackpad. Oh man.
Now, yeah, I get used to trackpad, so I like trackpad more than mouse.
What? Whoa. Okay, we gotta talk about this. How did you manage to draw with the trackpad?
You can't use Photoshop or Pencil Side. You know that program?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one. The one I usually use is Pencil Side, but you cannot use trackpad on it. Only stuff like Illustrator or another vector images.
We were going over critiques, and next thing you know, my laptop just blue screened on me. I'm like, why?
Oh no, no, yeah. So app crashing is better, I should say.
So, on that problem scale, though, how would you rate app crashes?
It's 10. What if you don't save your works? I would cry because I ever go through that, and I need to restart all over. And you accidentally press no.
Oh, that's actually worse. Accidentally clicking on no.
Yeah, I ever have this experience like when I have lots of tab open and then I just want to close the app immediately and then I said no to all the tab and then suddenly I remember, oh wait, that one, I haven't saved it. I mean the other is not important, but that one.
Oh no. Next problem, and I think this is one that every artist can relate to.
Okay.
Being asked, hey, can you do this for free?
Oh, I really hate this.
Yeah.
I mean, as an artist, drawing needs not only skill, but like your time, the money you pay for the app, and then the time you spend on learning the skill. Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot to pay.
We have to, of course, plug Fiona's art Instagram. So you guys can follow Fiona's art Instagram at Clarel. I am sorry if I butchered that name.
It's Clairo.
Clarel?
Clairo.
Clarel.
It's hard to pronounce, isn't it? I don't know how I came up with that name.
It just popped into your mind one day.
I think it's beautiful and yeah, why not?
Try a different role, see which one is better suited for someone. I see. That's actually kind of I've never heard of a process like that before. For, like making a band.
So for our band, it's kind of weird process because nobody wanted to be a singer.
No one wanted to be a singer.
Yeah, everyone says, "Oh, I want to do a drum because I have the experience." Like, or "Oh, I want to be the pianist." because I have the experience like that. But usually, other band, everyone says, oh, "I want to be singer like that."
So you started off as a ballerina, and then enter
Yeah.
high school. You started a band. Your friends said, "We don't want to be singers. Can you be singer?" Hitomi.
Yes.
Were you very nervous to become the singer when they told you?
Yes, because I thought I'm not good at singing. Because when I was a child, my family went to the karaoke, and my mother said I'm not good at singing.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa!
so I didn't like singing. So I hate the music class junior high when I was junior high. Yeah, but when I was high school, my friend says, "I like your voice," or "I like your singing," and when I went the karaoke with my friend, I don't know why, but she cried when she listened my singing.
Wow! Dang, he told me you have a
Yeah,
superpower. You have a superpower.
yeah.
So
Maybe she did for me.
she was just trying to be a good friend.
Yes. Oh, by the way, do you know how Kenshi Yonezu started to his music?
Because a bump of chicken.
Oh no. I mean how he released his first music.
Oh, like how he started, as an artist. You mean?
Yes.
I don't know. Fun facts with he told me.
He just started to the Vocaloid producer,
Oh, he was a
like Miku Hatsune.
Oh he was a vocal producer.
Yeah. So he just started to make a song for Miku Hatsune and uploaded it onto the YouTube.
Wait,
Yeah.
he used to make Hatsune Miku's songs?
Yeah.
I cannot believe it now. I can't
He
believe
has
it.
so many. When I on the stage, I feel brave or I feel strong. I don't know why
Nothing worries you at all.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it does make sense. Like, you have plenty experience performing in front of a stage, doing
Yeah.
ballet,
Mhm.
and then you're transitioning into you singing and also playing guitar. In which,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm
Mhm.
surprised. I'm surprised. It did sound like you learned guitar like very fast.
Oh, really? But I think I'm not good at because I'm not guitarist. First of all, I have to be a office worker or something like that.
So you wanna start like kind of you want to take it easy. You want to start off a little bit slow. So
Yeah, I I think I don't need to be a only musician. I can be a office worker and musician.
oh, so like you want to do like music on the side. You
Yeah,
mean? Oh,
because
okay. So like
we have the internet. We have the YouTube. We can do anything, anytime. They are famous on the Let Oh, Madame, come to me. Speaking word of wisdom, let it be. She is shining like all of you. Speaking word of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Speak, whisper word of wisdom, let it be.
I've definitely seen flash tattoos that I've wanted. Like the tattoo shop that I go to, they did a Disney flash for
What?
Friday the 13th, and I saw some of the designs and I wanted them so bad. Like there's like a Lilo and Stitch. There's like
Toy Story, Mulan. Like, some of them are really good. And
I can definitely see a tattoo design for something like Mulan and Lilo and Stitch. I'm surprised he did not say, what was that, Nightmare Before Christmas?
They do that too. There's a lot of that.
I am not surprised, to be honest.
Me either. Me either.
But I also heard, like, tattoo horror stories where the artist messed up, like, majorly. I was just like, oof, big fail. Which I honestly don't know what happens if, like, an artist, like, messes up on your tattoo. Like, how bad are the repercussions, like, afterward?
I mean, you have two options. You can either get it lasered off, which is usually more painful and more expensive than getting the tattoo in the first place. Or you can get a cover-up. Cover-ups are hard to do, so...
I can imagine.
Yeah, because you have to work around existing lines and everything already.
I can't imagine lasering your tattoo off. It does sound painful.
Yeah, I haven't seen like a lot of videos, but I've seen a couple. Looks unpleasant. Would not want.
Yeah. So, how many friends did you bring over when you went?
So the first one, I went with my mom.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, she actually. Okay, so what happened was So my mom is like generally against tattoos, but and G would know this. I knew what I wanted from at 17 years old, and I would ask my mom like every year for like my birthday or for Christmas if I could get a tattoo, and every time she'd say no. So like I'd ask her when I was like 17, she'd say wait till you're 18. Then I turned 18, I asked her, and she was like no, like maybe when you're 21. And she probably figured that I was going to forget or want something else.
Right.
Which is why she never really bugged me for it.
Well, that doesn't sound too... Well, actually, yeah, it is kind of expensive for a small one, but I do understand, all the expenses that goes through getting one of these.
Oh, and, while we're on the subject of money and expenses for tattoos, I would also just like to advise anybody out there, it is definitely better and definitely worth it to pay more for a tattoo if you know that the place is reputable and it's going to be good. Trust me, you do not want to end up with a $50 trashy. I'm just saying, do not be afraid to go all out on something that you really want.
So I know usually, after you get your tattoo at first, it's gonna hurt for a while. So for you, how long does it usually take for your skin or the body part to heal up from getting tatted?
If you heal it properly, it will usually take a week or two. No. Depends. Okay, it depends on where you get it, and it depends on, again, the size and how well that you heal it. It can take from, okay, so scratch what I said last time. Definitely not going to take just a week. It'll take, it'll take, 2 weeks to, a month to be healed.
Holy shit.
From where we're from, tattoos are considered, you think of gangs or
oh yeah,
dangerous, so and they think of some of my family members, not my immediate family members, think that tattoos are they make you look dirty or ugly or something
right.
They think that the skin is a sacred thing, and they're not wrong. It really is.
Yeah.
Take care of your skin, kids. But
hey, no, you don't have to tell me. I know why. You heard why I can't get tattoos.
It was surprisingly easier for him to kind of continue getting them. I think it's because he's a guy and it's a little more accepting, I guess. Not by a lot, but it's a little more accepted if a guy has tattoos versus a girl.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk shit about when a girl gets a tattoo.
Yeah, my dad doesn't really like them, but I mean it's okay. Like he's gotten used to it. They're just hoping I don't get more, which is
That's
unfortunately not gonna. Yeah, that's I don't know about that one, Chief, but
yeah.
If I may impart like a lesson upon people here, I know, it's so cliche to hear from people like, check up on your friends or don't take the time that you have with your friends for granted. And believe me, I was one of those people who never understood why people would tell me that all the time. But it's true. Like, it's cliche, but it's true. Please, please, if you have like someone out there that you really care about, check up on them every once in a while. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much you appreciate them. Just do something.
And also, I would like to say, you're the first male guest I had on the show.
No. Hold up. I'm sorry. First male guest?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Every other guest I had, they're all female.
Oh, look at this guy over here. So yeah, BG. What can I say?
I know what y'all gonna I know what y'all gonna say in the comments. Don't say it. Please don't.
It's all good, man,
From what I understand, AJ, is that you actually worked at the international department in our university. So how long ago did you start working there?
Oh man, I'll say this. It's kind of funny because actually working there, it's been some time, and I've always just been floating around, and I didn't get like the official title of working there until maybe a few years ago. But
wait, really?
Yeah. Surprise.
This whole time I thought you were like an official like member of the team like that.
And me, I try to make small talk. I really try to. Like, right. I try to make small talk with someone, just to get something going. But literally, dude, like every answer I would get would just be like, oh, yeah.
Damn.
And my personality, I was like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I'm like, do I just keep trying? Do I just give up?
Social activity help.
Yeah.
Help with social activity. And then we met, of course, some of those students from mainland China, which honestly, for me, when I found out that some kids came from the mainland China, I'm like, you guys are allowed to come here. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying.
That's a topic that we gonna save for another day.
I'm sorry for saying that, but just like,
it's just our ignorance from like the beginning. It's like, wait, what? Is that a thing?
Exactly,
that's kind of It's kind of like how when we get like Americans get that stereotype from people from around the world. what was it? Have you ever seen that video of that dude husking a coconut with his teeth? Like he's biting into it and just like tearing it apart.
Coconut? No, I've never seen that one.
Oh, dude, you got to see that, dude. It's super wild. It's like this it's like hardcore islander, and he literally just tears open a coconut with his teeth. Like he gets like the front of it, bites into it, and then starts tearing it apart, and then finally gets it. He's able to break it, and I felt like that was completely you, dude. Like at some point, it took forever. Like we were trying to like get you to open up, and then we're just like, you know what? Forget this. Like I'm just gonna tear right into it until. Not the best way to put it, but yeah, that's pretty much how hardcore we went. And then you know what? This is a rhetorical question. How did you react when you ran into that situation where there was like the biggest language barrier like right in front of you?
Oh, I was gonna ask that like later on, but I guess we can talk about it now.
I know, man. I just like since we're on that topic, just being able to like go together and open up with hands, like how did you deal with that?
I'm supposed to be the host, AJ. I asked. No, I'm kidding.
This guy over here.
Yeah, I remember too, like when I've met some of the Japanese and Korean students for the first time. Like I said, because of my ignorance, I thought, okay, they're gonna be able to understand English pretty well. I start speaking to them how I talk, how you and I normally talk, and then next thing you know, they're like, what the hell did you say?
They just stare at you. They're like, who the fuck is this guy?
You don't want to know what's a bad idea I had back then?
What's up?
There was a time like they wanted to hang out at my dorm, the freshman dorm, and just play card games, right? Like a few of them. I looked at them as like, do you guys want to play Cards Against Humanity? And then we tried.
Oh no!
I tried playing with them, and the entire session they had their phones out just trying to retranslate it. And once they got the translation, they're like, "What kind of game are we playing?" And I'm like, "Welcome to English test."
So, welcome to English 101, where we're going to teach you the wrong way. We're going to teach you some of the greatest things that you should never use in everyday English.
But like, yeah, that's kind of like how both of us like learn Japanese. But I'm curious, AJ, because a lot of Japanese students say this about me when I speak to them. But when you speak Japanese to like a native Japanese speaker, do they always say like you can speak like a native?
See, I've been told that lie every day at school. I was fed lies, man. You know, I will say this. Like, whenever they told me that, like, oh, you speak really well, it's like, oh, I thought you were like a native speaker and all that. I was like, what? No. I just hang around, enough people to kind of get the sounds going.
That's what I say too.
I try not to mention the fact that it's like, oh yeah, it's like, how do you know Japanese so well? I watch anime. No. That is not the case.
You just called out a whole bunch of people studying Japanese right now.
Dude, to kind of like go into this a little bit more, when I learn languages, I have a bad habit of learning dialects.
Oh,
like,
dude,
I have a bad habit of doing that. So what I did was I was speaking Kansai-ben. And the thing is, she's from Kyoto.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she was from Kyoto, so I was speaking the way that saying things in Japanese that she would say it. And then all of a sudden, as I'm saying these things, she turns to me, like looks at me, agrees, and starts speaking back to me in Kansai-ben. And then next thing you know, she had to stop herself. She was like, "Wait a minute, how do you know this?" And I was just like, uh-oh, I was saying some not safe. I was not saying the safe words, and she caught me.
But then I shared that story with like a couple of Japanese students, and they said, why do you guys always keep taking things, too hard on yourself when you hear input from other people? What you should be doing is just ignoring that. Just keep making yourself happy. Stop listening to everyone else. Just make yourself happy. Do what you want to do. I was like, damn, I wish you could have told my younger self that.
Shoot, I agree with you on that. It's just like, man, why do we take others' like input, so seriously? And why do we take it so personally? It's just like, man, you know what? You're right. You are right.
And shout outs to you guys who told me that, because honestly, I mean, of course, like if I'm doing something wrong, like feel free to tell me. If I'm doing something wrong, just tell me. I want to, resolve the problem. But like, yeah, most of the time, just make yourself happy. Stop listening to everybody else what's saying. If they're talking like real shit about you, then just be like, bye, bitch. I ain't gonna listen to you no more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. In the words of BG, if people are giving you a hard time, and you know what, just say this: 2 words. Bye, bitch. Oh. We got a noise complaint? And I'm like, do you, you got a noise complaint, but we're trying to cook food right now. We're trying to make sure everything is on lock.
Yeah, no.
And you're kind of ruining this moment for us.
It's just so like, excuse me, these guys leave in about like in a month or so, and you're trying to ruin it for them? Okay, party pooper.
But would you like a plate of food for your troubles of coming by? Kind of shit. That's hella Filipino right there. If you gonna get snitched out by somebody, but you still gonna offer the person some food later, so that way you say, hey, this is a peace offering. Take it or leave it. Also, a little bit too, like transitioning a little bit. I've on this other YouTube channel, Dive Studios. In one of their episodes, they did talk about like
this person is a Korean by blood, was born and raised in America, but when they moved over to Korea, you know, a lot of Korean people there like gave them a whole bunch of like shit for it, saying like, "Oh, I was like, "Oh, you're not real Korean. You're like, sure, your parents are Korean, but you were born in America."
What is real Korean?
Yeah.
Because many Koreans think the Trump and his supporters are stupid or narrow-minded, close-minded, or prejudiced.
Oh. So basically, Korean people are saying to Trump supporters, "Yo, you guys are stupid," but then the Trump
Yeah,
supporters like,
most of
"No."
people.
It's like, yeah, no, we're not that dumb. Come on. I
But
was like,
yeah, only them, only them. I think only
Really?
them.
Damn.
Yeah, we actually very proud about it because it's like an influence of Korea is getting bigger and bigger, and it will help the future Koreans and making images or like destroying racism to Korean is very helpful for. I mean, the culture will help them.
So the answer to destroy racism in Korea is spam them with more K-pop. Yes, MK.
Also, I was in US when it was locked down.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was
Yeah.
one hell of experience, huh? You don't
That was the one experience that I thought not every white people are not well educated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm stupid too, MK, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm stupid too. And you were actually very you actually like Korean pops or Korean dramas.
Yeah, I'm more of a K-pop dude.
Yeah, you were crazy about Blackpink and Red Velvet.
Yep. I love Red Velvet to death. I love those girls. Wendy, you're still my favorite.
Okay.
But
It was my first expression of you.
Okay. So that's kind of good. It's like, okay, this dude's a K-pop junkie.
Not a junkie.
Hey, you know, this is the moral of today's episode. Just get educated, y'all. Get educated. Go to school. know your facts.
We don't have to learn only from school.
Right. You can
We
just
learn everything.
You can learn from the internet, or you know, through this channel, through MK here.
We can also learn from conversation.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, this is why this is one of the reasons I kind of talk to a lot of international students, and I said this before when I interviewed AJ on the show, where you know, me and him were like that when we meet new people from different countries, it's like it broadens our vision more. We learn more about different parts of the world like we didn't know about, and before we were very ignorant and you know stupid about the various stuffs we heard about until you know we met you, we met some Chinese students, some Japanese students, other Korean students. Yeah, so
we have to know we are all stupid. We have to admit our ignorance.
Yeah. Again, the very moral of today's episode is just, you know, just claim that you're stupid. You're stupid, I'm stupid, we're all stupid. It's like that one SpongeBob meme.
I just want people to know about a view of Korean.
And
I don't have any intention to give lesson to people.
Right.
Because I cannot guarantee I am not prejudiced. And also I cannot express everything because of my linguistic limit and my intelligence limit.
To get into the school to study cinematography and photography. And there is a foundation. It's like a 5-year school. And you have a foundation year where you have to go over all the departments and just take like a month in each department to understand what's the field, what's it about, take some assignments into it, know the curriculum and things like that. So through my first year, when I get into the photography and cinema art department, I decided not to get into that department just because of 2 reasons: chemistry and physics. I said, I love photography and I would like to do photography, but I don't want to get myself into physics and chemistry. So the backup plan, seriously.
Okay, so let's talk about how you became a professor. So So let's start at like the beginning. So how did you start? Like, what kind of made you decide that after taking like these many different jobs, what made you kind of decide to become a professor at college?
Okay, so for some reason there is a backstory for everything in my life, and not everything was really planned. So I didn't really plan to be a professor, like I didn't really plan to be a graphic designer. So I went to that school. It's a 5-year school after high school. So you get your bachelor degree. Initial plan was to get into photography and cinema. Then I decided after first year, no, I'll go to graphic design. I wasn't really, I didn't really have any plan for anything. I just wanted a degree just to satisfy my parents and then run away to Nigeria or anywhere in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yo, that's pretty much me too. I don't have a plan at this point. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, this was really, the plan was no plan. And that's why we used to spend a lot of time like a one-on-one with your professor. Like you kind of learn from them the technique, I learned from my professors how to use the airbrush, how to use the brushes, how to use the Rapido pen to make like very, very straight line and very smooth curve with another line that is diagonal.
Oh man, trying to learning how to draw a straight line without using a ruler or like any straight. Holy.
Right. Right. Plan was to reach to how I became a professor. So if I would conclude this in a couple of words, it's all about encouragement. It's all about it's all about finding or getting into the people that could encourage you and could help you find your path. They will not define the path for you, but they will help you explore different paths, explore different directions, and then decide which route to go. And my advice for you, Brian, and for everyone is mentorship. Like always ask people, always check in with people. Like, what do you think about this field? What do you know about this field? What do you like? What do you dislike? So if there is a chance to shadow someone or to visit them in their work, I think these are the good things that could help in redirecting the paths.
Yeah. And just real quick, I know I didn't write this down in our list of interview questions, but like, how do you deal with like the Zoom accidents that happen during your like class sessions, like people sending like weird messages, not muting each other? I'm wondering, from your perspective, like, how do you handle that?
Well, luckily, I didn't really experience like a big issue. I would say the only experiences that I got was like when I get into the class, I would find some people talking either about me or about other professors.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I would just like if it's about me, I don't really mind, but if it's about someone else, so I don't want to listen or don't want to hear what I mean. It's totally fine for them to discuss, but I don't want to be involved. In my classes, I try to, or I do my best to be as one of the people in the class. I try to foster an environment that there is no teacher and a student. No, there are a group of people trying to learn from each other. And I keep saying this in my classrooms. I tell them, I want this to be like a two-way channel, that you are learning from my experience and from my knowledge. And also I want to learn from you something. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the class. Maybe it's about a skill. Maybe it's about a procedure in dealing with something, managing something. So this is what I try to convey for the students.
Yeah. And honestly, Amir, you just reminded me of a time where, during the last semester when me and a couple others had your class, you were like super considerate too. Because there was a point where like all of us just like in the middle of the semester, it's like there's too much going on. We're dealing with so many problems in our own personal life. And I remember like you extended like one of our projects by like 3 whole weeks when all of us were like struggling. For that reason, like you literally became everyone's favorite professor at that point. Not to play favorites, but you were like one of the professors out there that actually took time to consider the stuff that we're going through. And for that, I'm speaking for anyone that had your class, Amir. We're all like forever grateful for that.
Well, I will brief it in that quote, which I really love, and I consider my main guide in teaching, and it's from Nikos Kazan. The name is very hard. It's Nikos Kazantzakis, is a writer, author, and a Greek writer and author. And if you, I mean, you're too young to know this film, but there is like a very famous film called Zorba the Greek. He is the author and the director of that movie. So the quote says, "True teachers are those who use themselves as bridges over which they invite their students to cross, then having facilitated their crossing, joyfully collapse, encouraging them to create their own." And this is something that I learned through my work in advertisement agency. Like I'll get my art director coming to me at like 4 p.m. Just it's 1 hour before I leave, and he'll tell me, okay, this client is coming tomorrow, and we want to show him a couple of designs, and he'll give me a brief, like 3-4 pages of a brief that I have to read, absorb, like digest, and then come up with designs. And he wants this next tomorrow morning. What? I can't. I'm not like a machine that just like gets ideas out of the people's way. Like, keep up to date, know what's going on around you. It doesn't necessarily have to be about software, about anything, about everything. About, for example, haptic gloves. People right now are creating haptic gloves that will enable you to touch things or feel the texture and the 3-dimensional things of virtual things. So how me as a designer would invest this? I may not have like a specific project or plan for it right now, but I need to be aware of this and think of how would I invest this later on in a game design, or in when you are in, for example, in an autonomous car. How would you use this as a designer to create something useful inside the car? I mean, just keep up with technology, keep learning about your clients, about your company. I have been in the university that I have been in right now for a year and a half. I'm trying to understand the university. Like, I'm trying to know people, to understand more about the mission and vision, even though it's stated, but I still need to understand how is it implemented, or how thoroughly is it implemented? How does the people work? So this kind of understanding kind of help you know. It's all about the know. The more you know about your field and about the environment and about the culture, I think you'll be a better designer.